this stigma, I think, that women don't support each other. We're so competitive with each other, but I haven't really found that to be true for 90% of the time. So what's your experience?
I have not found that at all. Shaking hands and making plans. That's what I say. Because the more people you meet, the more ideas you're going to have, the more ideas you have to share.
Organizations like this one that really highlights and supports women through mentorship is very important to me, and I'm involved in a lot of mentoring of young women in general in media.
But when I was coming along as a reporter years ago, decades ago, there really were not women mentors for me. Most of my mentors happened to be men because there just were so few women doing the kind of work that I wanted to do.
I had no one I could talk to. There was no one that I could ask in many situations, how do I handle this? What does it mean to, do this? Because when you're the first, the one thing is you're an only child. You're isolated. There is no one else. And so I'm thankful that women in your demographic, that younger women, you can talk to me, you can talk to others, you can talk to those of us who have gone before you. And we'll tell you, don't listen to that, that's BS.
I think it's very important to highlight the path of how you got here, whether it was a straight path or crooked path, that other people can look to that and say, this is how she did it, I can do that.
I highly suggest for anybody that is looking at how to approach this to reach out and not assume that you just know how to handle it because you've handled other hard situations. Keep learning, keep talking to people, and don't be afraid to have those hard conversations, because really in the end, people are going to be thankful that you had them.
I believe that actions speak louder than words. I've done things like every Monday morning, I send out a motivational message with a theme for the week. I try not to make them too rah-rah. I try to ground them in the wave of emotion and experience that we're all writing. And so in the beginning, they were very lean in, and this is a real opportunity. And then we pulled back and said, you know what, right now is a really good time for reflection and self-care. And now we're in more of a point where we're saying the conversation just changed around us. What does that mean for us?
It's step by step. It's each one of us recognizing that we have a responsibility. And taking that responsibility seriously if someone is serious about doing the work and looking for guidance.
When I was coming up, there was not an abundance of women. I feel even at the early parts of our careers, we owe it to those that come up behind us to create opportunities and to share what we're learning through this whole experience.
In the big picture, what I am seeing next is to continue becoming this person who leads conversations that are important for not only people within the industry right now, but the people that are going to be coming in. And I keep that in mind with everything that I do, because I really feel like I have a responsibility there to do so. And it makes me much happier in my life in general to be able to know that and believe that I'm doing that right thing.
Paula, you asked about mentorship. It is harder during the pandemic because we're not together, and having frankly a heart-to-heart talk with somebody on a Zoom or on a phone call, it's not quite the same. It still can work. It's still important to keep up those connections.
Even if you don't have something for someone, meet with them. I mean, we won't take, even if you can say, give me 5 minutes,
Right.
And that's really what I would, has always been my philosophy. Meet with people. Share ideas, because look, my best ideas haven't really come from me. They've been brainstorming with lots of people.
You have to be authentic, but you also have to be appropriate. And so I try to be very contextual. I also try to be very authentic, and I've done a lot of one-on-one outreach.
Just being a person that people can come to in confidence, right? And confidentiality. So it's just important to find people who you can trust, and also to be that person who other people can trust.
Even taking a few minutes to talk to people, or if I know someone, let me introduce you. If I can't help them, then try to find somebody that they can keep the chain going.
I get joy when I see the accomplishments of other women, regardless of their age, regardless of their discipline, regardless of their industry. to see a woman be accomplished. We all need examples.
This organization is so important, All Women in
Yes.
Media, because when you actually go to the events and you get to be in person with all these other women who are powerful, you know,
Yes.
women who are coming up, women who are already super established. I think it is like the best feeling because everybody is so warm and welcoming. We're all there to bond and to support each other.
If you have the type of personality as you definitely do, of trying to uplift other women, telling the stories for other women, being an admiration of other women.
I want to make sure going forward that there's no shortage of women mentors and that we do reach out, because it hasn't always been the case. I don't know what it was like for you, but my sense is that we're doing better at it now and we could be doing even better.